Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions MC and producer. And my guest today is a friend of Team Rayceen Productions and all-around comedian Tim Trueheart. Welcome, Tim.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me on. I appreciate being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. It's a pleasure having you here. Tim, let's begin with tell me how are you doing? How has this time, been for you these past couple of months?
Oh gosh, that's a great question. It's been tough. We've been locked in for this is eternity, it seems like. So yeah, like I've been going through ups and downs. Now I'm trying to get out of my little pandemic depression. I think it's called pandemia. Is what
Oh
they call
wow.
it. You heard of that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was feeling okay in the beginning, and then then I was like, I'm gonna come out of here. I'm gonna be even more fit than ever. And then I get to the point. I was like, is this gonna end? When is this gonna end?
Yeah.
It's fall now, so it's like
Can
a
you
new
believe
season.
it? Can you believe it though? My God, I can't believe we're here already.
Oh, we're gonna be done with the year in no time.
No time. No
Scary.
time.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm coming back out of it now because it's a new
Yeah.
season, kind of like a new beginning, new chapter. So I think that the seasonal changes is good. Yeah.
Yeah, new era. So, you're a comedian, you do improv. Tell me, one, how you got into that, and two, what, that has been like during this time, how you've had to adapt, during this time when it comes specifically to what you do.
So how I got into improv was I was in college. I was DJing, turntables and stuff like that, and I would make jokes on between like records, like when I would change the record, right, on the microphone. And then I was like, let me start doing stand up. So I got out of college, graduated, and I signed up for some open mics, and I was terrible. So I was like, I got to figure out how to do this. And then I saw there was like classes for improv. So I started taking improv classes. This was a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. And I stuck with it, and I never stopped. And that's kind of like, it's like my martial art. Like,
Yeah.
we want to like do karate or taekwondo. Improv is like that for me. Like I definitely do it. So since we'll call it the pandemic, the quarantine, whatever you want to call it. Since that happened, I've focused a lot more on YouTube. And I got a YouTube channel. I was putting out a lot of videos, making.
Yeah, you do a podcast, right?
I do a live stream and I do videos. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I follow you on Instagram, and sometimes I watch them, just very sporadically.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So I've done a lot of that. I've continued to tweet and just put out like one-liners, like quite a bit on Twitter, and also I've done some Zoom stand-up comedy shows. I've done a few live shows as well, but I live with my grandparents as well as my parents during this time because I was hit hard by this because I'm part of the gig economy, you know?
Yes, of course.
So essentially I can't get coronavirus because if maybe I'm younger and asymptomatic, I won't even know, but I'm putting my grandparents and my parents at risk. So I went out, I did there was like this 10-day period where I went out and I did, like 5 shows or something. And I was like, God, I kind of can't. It's kind of, I would never want to have that be the reason that somebody got sick was because I was just going out and doing stand-up comedy or improv or something,
Yeah.
And I was doing Zoom writing. Like there's Saturdays, the improv imps would get together and they would do a Zoom call and we would share like our sketch writing. So I was doing that for a while. I stopped doing that recently. And I've just been kind of chilling, focusing on the live stream. But those are a few of the things that I've been doing.
Okay, that's good. Now, you have worked with, collaborated with Team Rayceen before, the Ask Rayceen show. You were a co-host, I believe, for Artomatic one year. I remember that year.
Yes.
Yeah, you've done quite a few of those things. Tell me how you first found out or linked up or had an experience with Team Rayceen when you started. Tell me that first time.
Yeah, so I was on a podcast a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was called the Jellyvision Show. So I did that podcast with my friend Jennifer Crawford, and we would be interviewing all sorts of artists and creatives,
Mm-hmm.
and we ran into Racine because of the community based cultural message that
Yeah.
was being communicated. So we said let's have Racine on, and it was a crazy episode because we
Mm-hmm.
were kind of green around the gill, like not green around the gills. That means they're sick. We're noobs. We were noobs.
Yes, yeah.
So Racine's the character, you know.
Uh-huh, of course.
So we had a lot of fun, and a lot of people liked it because of the great amount of support that Racine has.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just so much fun. Racine was like, "You should come out and do your improv with us,"
Mm-hmm.
and we were like, "Let's do it." So we've been hooking up ever since.
Oh, lovely, lovely. See, I like hearing stories like these, giving a little bit of, history.
Origin story.
Yeah, some origin story. I love
Yeah,
that. Origin
Marvel,
story.
right?
Yes, really. All right, so tell me, during this time, have you been inspired when it comes to your writing or improv or comedy? Have you been inspired? Has there been like really new stuff that you're working on, a new perspective that you're now using in your art? Has there been any of that?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So there have been different movements that have been occurring that have definitely started to kind of dovetail and coalesce into my greater message. As a comedian, I want to have like some social commentary in there and not just be some silly one-liner poop joke kind of guy. It's not completely what I'm here for. I try to talk about race, gender roles, sexuality, and what it is to as far as when I say gender roles, what it is to be. I speak for men, what it is to be a man and the difficulty of that. And then a lot of economical stuff in the comedy, as far as it's hard being broke, such and such, So with this pandemic, it highlighted a lot of things, but it's such a dramatic change to the world, the whole world, that I think it's affected me personally, that I think that my comedy's got more mature. I haven't done a lot of shows to get out there, but my writing and even my point of view has changed a lot. I just feel more serious about everything. But definitely I've learned tons of stuff about viruses. I've learned a lot of, I've become more comfortable with the idea of doing more political humor.
Yeah.
And I'm not shying away from the racial humor. I want to go into this just a little bit. There's an issue with social media, though, where a lot of people, they're trying to do social media now as comedians, and they can't get the traction that they really want because it's difficult. There's there's, I think there's 16 million YouTube channels
Oh,
that
wow.
actually exist. That I don't know. There's so many of them are like bots, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's the number. That's like a real number. Apparently, it's Googleable. Googleable. What a weird word. So there's competition there, and you want to get a Twitter account, get some traction, man. That's it's no easy task. So I'm talking to people, and I'm like, man, because I actually have like positive ratio, like more followers than I follow, and it's in the thousands. But my friends, they don't want to start accounts because they're like, man, I can't do anything. It's really hard. And I was like, well, I started mine like 10 years ago, so it's like why it's like got some it's just grown more than other people's.
Yeah.
So it came to this thing where people were getting upset because they feel like they're being throttled by the algorithm because like they may use a certain word, they may put a hashtag in here with another thing, and they drop down on the thing. So people go like this. They go, this is like an idea, right?
Yeah,
you can either go hard left, hard right, or you go, what was I saying? This is like a theory of mine. Hard left, hard right, or you go cats.
What's
The cat approach.
the cat approach?
Okay. So, well, the hard left is like super liberal, Antifa-ish even. The hard right is like super Trump, Jesus went to church on a dinosaur, and he did it for our sins. He hang glided into heaven.
Not hang glided.
Took a hang glider into heaven. So then that's like Jesus, right? That's the whole. So this is the thing, because if you can't, no one has the time with our blink based culture where everything is like a single serving, instant gratification type of experience. Nobody has the time to listen to your fully maxed out character based tweet with like 160 whatever 100 something characters. And you use every single one and you crafted it and it's nuanced. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't care about the GIF.
Yeah.
So you got to just go. You got to feed like it's like a dope dealer. He's telling the dudes. He's telling his soldiers. He's like, just strictly serving the fiends. Like we ain't trying to don't try to get no new customers. No free samples. Serve the fiends. So you feed the hard edges, right? Let's say you're not a political person though. Well, then you got to go cats. You just got to put pictures of like, if I was a woman, I'd be mashing my breasts together and putting like a slice of pizza in the middle, and then like you take like a slice of jumbo slice from U Street, whatever, 18th Street and Adams Morgan. Get a jumbo slice, cut a hole in it, stick a kitty cat head through there so the cat looks like it's got a mane made out of pepperoni pizza. And then you put that right on your chest and you mash them titties together. And that is your, that's like, and then it says, Happy Monday morning. And you're doing something like that almost every day.
And that's the third option if you're not going hard left or hard right.
Yeah, because that's going to get some attention and people are going to be like, what is this? Retweet. Constantly doing that stuff. Like that's Rex Chapman. You ever seen his Twitter? Rex Chapman.
Yes.
It's like block or charge. He uses that kind of idea.
Yes. Tell me, how do you think comedy and sense of humor will be impacted or evolved, just because of this specific time going on now and everything that's happening over what do you envision that evolution of humor and comedy to look like?
It's becoming more nuanced as far as I was literally just complaining about how you can't do that on like Twitter because of this So the before, and this is going to be a generalized answer, obviously. If I wanted to go out and I was going to go like listen to some music, you go to like one place and it's like they play Cuban, Afro, Caribbean, soca. This is like soca lounge. We're going here.
Yeah.
And then you go to this other place and you're like, okay, this is like the Black Cat, and they're gonna do some sort of like it's gonna be rock, you know?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be even a certain type of rock. It's not gonna be some weepy emo stuff over here.
Yeah.
Right? Not that that's bad. It's just that's what it is, you know?
Yeah.
So you're getting a certain okay, like yeah, there's a menu. There's a menu and at this restaurant, but you know you're getting Italian food.
Yeah.
So when you would go to a comedy like show, if you were just going to go to a show, it's a lot more of a mixed bag. So unless you're going to see like D.L. Hughley, you know, D.L. Hughley's going to have some brother from Chicago, and he's going to be like the guy that D.L. Hughley's like, I like you, you're going to come with me. So when you watch the show, there's some sort of like quality of overlapping sensibilities, right?
Yeah.
That's common, right?
Yeah.
You don't get that with comedy unless you're watching like a pro show that's been curated really. So you just go out there and you can have one guy get up there and he's doing dead baby, abortion, like death penalty, suicide, AIDS, rape jokes. And you're like, dude. And he's like, and they're all one-liners and they're really bad. And he's got no charisma. He's like, he weighs like 700 pounds and his like shirt doesn't even get below his belly button. So you see the whole underbelly and it's got barnacles on it. And
not the barnacles.
Yeah. And you're just like, you're watching him and you're like, and you're wearing skinny jeans too? Damn, son, you look like a lollipop up there with stick legs. You're killing me, man. You're killing me, man. I don't even want to buy Doc Martens anymore. I was thinking about it and I don't even want to buy them. So then the next person comes up there and it's like some woman and she's like super like toothpicky thin and she's like got like you know a bunch of makeup and she's cute. She's got the push-up bra and she's just doing like, oh my God, and she's essentially just like sending out signals for like, please, I want a dude. I want a dude. And like she's got no material. And then you have another guy that's like a white guy and he's funny. But he's like a white guy, and you're kind of like resenting him. You're like, you're wearing your goddamn collared shirt and fucking Banana Republic slacks. I hate you. I hope you're not wearing New Balances. You know they supported Trump, right? But he's saying funny stuff, and you can't, you know. And there's like the cool black guy, and it's like this is the first four comics. That's all you've seen.
Yeah,
that's the first four guys or gals, whatever. So then, it's not okay. So what that means is that because of this, people are having to become even more entrepreneurial as artists, and that is they're actually artrepreneurs. That's what it is. Like you gotta sell yourself. So when we return back to the world, this was a trend that was already happening, but you're gonna see like more like geek comedy show at the comic book store, and then there's gonna be this thing where it's gonna be like the LGBTQ show, and there's going to be like that whole style, right? And then there's going to be so there's going to be all that differentiates. That there's going to be the chocolate sundae. There's going to be and whatever you want, you know.
I see.
So that's the thing that I see coming through. Also, like more, you know, Eric Andre.
Yes.
Okay, so he's coming back, I believe, in October.
Okay.
I think like October 5th or so. So Eric Andre is super – my brother loves him. It's like very avant-garde, I'd have to say. It's alt. It's alt, right?
Very alt, yeah. His style is very that, yeah.
So there's going to be a lot more of like –
of that.
Oh. Yeah, a lot more of everything that's different and like less late night. A lot less late night stuff. Like – yes, Mom. Okay, cool. I'm doing something. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, great. That was planned. She was actually right on time.
I love it. Well, tell me, Tim. For you, you know, what's next for you? What's on the horizon? What are you looking forward to? As you know, this year goes on and we move into the next one.
So I'm working on finances right now. because I need to be able to perpetuate my whole entire my whole entire goal. You know, so I've been doing comedy for a long time, but because we've just been hamstrung by the whole entire coronavirus and the ability to make money, I can't piece together and cobble together the life that I was able to before. Because before I was like, man, you know, I was literally making enough money that I'm like paying down debt and still moving forward, right? So then if you were ever to hit, you'd be good. Right? If you ever get your break, you're good to go. Now that's not there are no breaks to be gotten. They must be Mos Def's got this great line in the song "Oh No." It's like Nate Dogg, Fairmont, and Mos Def, and then he goes, "When y'all was standing in line, I just stepped up and took it." Right? So it must be that way for the artist to ascend to the next level. At this point, like nothing is going to be handed out. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I could paint you a picture of what it would look like to just get on and like what you would need to be bringing to the table. But it ain't nobody doing that right now. It's not happening. So you have to like push onto people, and then some. And it's like I make watermelon juice every morning. I drink watermelon juice. It's like the rind. It's like the stuff close to the not in the center, not the center, the deepest, darkest, pinkest part. No, I'm talking about the edge where it's white and like looks up. I pour the watermelon. I blend it and then I pour it through a strainer, right? And then you've got all this pulp. You got a lot of cellulose, right?
Yeah.
Then I take a spoon and I push the cellulose through, like, and it's like a sponge, and it pushes out extra watermelon juice. You have to, and when you drink watermelon juice, it helps maintain your skin's blackness. So you have to push this onto the people, and then all this stuff's being pushed through this strainer of people, and then the juice that comes out, you only get so much juice from all this pulp. You're giving them pulp. The art is the pulp, but only so much juice is really going to come out of that. And you're like, damn, this is a 10-pound watermelon. I got 36 ounces of that. Is crazy. But that's sweet. That stuff is sweet. That's your fan base, and you only need 10,000 diehard fans. You only need 10,000 diehard fans, and you can be an artist your whole life. If you never lose that 10,000, that's a number from like the some entrepreneurial publication, it was said.
Entrepreneurial. Love that.
Was that? I hope that was a decent answer. I hope that, like, I forgot what the question was. I went into some good metaphor, I think.
Yes, you did, and we like metaphor over here, so I leaned into that very much. So yeah, tell me, so Tim, for people who want to follow you and keep up with you, and you know what's next with you and all of that, how can they follow you? Give me your social media.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I've had a website for a long time. My website's private now. I'm looking to get a professional job. That was the other thing I was saying, so I can get that money so I keep going. But Twitter is one of the best ways to follow me. It's at TimTrueheart. So it's Tim Trueheart. That is my real name. I didn't make it up. And also on Instagram, same exact thing. I'm on a whole bunch of different sites. You can go to Gab if you want to go to Gab. Are you familiar with Gab?
I'm familiar.
Yeah, I'm out there on Gab. My account's got a lock on it because I say terrible things.
Oh wow!
But if you want to get in on it, I'll let you come in. I'll friend you or whatever. And then on I have a YouTube channel, and hit me up on whatever, and I'll get, like, some of my stuff's unlisted right now. I didn't want certain people to see my stuff when I'm applying for jobs, obviously. But yeah, that's what the deal is. I mean, I'm out there everywhere. So if you wanna get down, hop up on one of my live streams, any of that stuff, I'd enjoy any of that. I love talking to people too. I'm a talker, and I'm not your typical black guy. You know what I'm saying? My blood type's kombucha, so I'm very I'm down. I'm down. I'm a sneakerhead. I don't like the sneakers they have now. Obviously, they look like everything looks like it was designed by somebody from SpaceX. Astronaut looking sneaks.
So
That's
you're
how you keep up with
multifaceted.
it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how we keep up with you. Well, thank you so much, Tim. It was a pleasure having you join us here today. And I mean, good luck on everything else. And just, thanks so much for being here.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. I can
course.
go longer, man. I'm saying I know you got a timeline, right? You got to keep moving it. I got you.
I do.
Yeah. Oh dang, man! I was about to tell you about my werewolf screenplay. Okay, cool. African American.
The next time. Oh my God! Yes, African American werewolf.
Yes. Yep.
All righty. To our viewers, thank you for watching.